Yeah, you already know top of the top, and it won't stop, you dig? So look, when it comes to business, and where you are in your career or whatever field that you're in, always be aware of what type of client that you're dealing with and what type of company that you're dealing with, all the way up to the management and the people that run the day-to-day, or just a regular one-on-one client. I'll give you an example. A lot of times, because I noticed there's always been a pattern where people will try to lowball you, okay? And then you have to basically go in that situation and negotiate why your price exists for the reasons that it exists. Many times people will take the cheap route, expecting the world out of everybody. And the thing about it is, you got to let them know why you're charging what you're charging. Because what happens is, typically, give you a case in point, in the DJ world. I've had people say this many times. Well, I can get somebody cheaper. Yeah, but they ain't better than me. Tell me who they are, and I can already tell you what their whole set list is going to be. It ain't DJ A motherfucking Ski, you dig? So that's that. So, typically, if you got to haggle prices, that's somebody you really don't want to deal with, because they're cheapies. We don't deal with cheapies over here. Now, if it's a situation where they ask you, well, hey, what am I investing in? Because ultimately that's what it is. They're investing in you, and they're investing in what they're looking for. And you explain to them exactly what they're investing in. If a person got to haggle about price, they never really, one, they never probably had the money in the first place. Two, they probably trying to get you to do it for free or damn near for free. Three, they realize you don't know your worth. Four, they're basically going to take every shortcut they can, to make sure that they don't pay you what you're worth. So you always got to keep in mind, start with a certain range. If they can't work with that range and they come at you on some, well, can you work with me? No, I can't work with you because you're trying to lowball the price. You dig? So, and they have a right to have whatever set price, but you got a right to walk away. I know as far as me, I've had people, hit me up on something, about doing something for free. I'm like, first of all, one of my records costs more than your bar tab. Let's start there first. Okay. So, I'm at that career where it is what it is. You got to basically, because I haven't even gone in terms of labor time. So you got a lot of people that shake their booty, but they can't break down sound. They can't hook up sound. They can't do engineering. They don't know how to MC. I do all that and do it pretty well. Ask your neighbor. You dig? So that's why I can walk around the way I do. Because I know who got it and I know who don't. So you, as a person that has invested in your field, you have a right to get the return back. So don't let anybody shortchange you. If they don't have the budget to meet your needs, or you're willing to work with that person, that's on you at your own risk. But I personally wouldn't do it, because again, it's a situation where people are going to try to get the most out of you. And here's the thing. If they do pay top dollar, make sure you give them the most. Always overproduce what you advertise. Okay. Go above the line, especially when they're generous. Don't be one of them lazy people that well, I'm chilling, and it's like, nah, that's when you show out. Okay, so ultimately, don't play yourself. Don't never play yourself cheap. Now, if you're on an entry level and you're just starting and you haven't paid dues, nobody really knows you, nobody can really vouch for you, you better take what you can get and work your ass off. You gotta work your ass off either way. But the people that ain't never been on or that never paid dues, y'all gotta really work your ass off. You know what I'm saying? To a point where people know what your name is, or who, you know, and what you do. Your reputation will speak for itself. Your track record will speak for itself. I remember I had somebody call me one time on some, well, yes, we like to have you come and audition. I said, excuse me? And I had to, you know, let her know, like, hey, you may want to do your research and yeah, and find and learn about me. You know, I ain't never had to do no audition. Now I've given out demo tapes, but that was in the entry level. That was in the beginning. You know, so, and some people don't know any better. They're squares. They don't have any type of idea who you are. They you know, deal in square circles. So they ain't gonna know what a real one is. You know what I'm saying? Until they get that call like, you had who at your where? And you was trying to what? Stop it. You know, so it's a thing where some people aren't savvy. And you gotta make them learn, like, hey, look, you know, I don't rock for free. Or I don't work for free, or I don't work for a cheaper price or whatever. The price you get, you know, the price you give or the price you present is what you're gonna give in performance. So if you pay me $5, I'm gonna work like it's $1. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, why even participate at all? If you get me out of my chair, you know, it's it's a big deal. It ain't for no, you know, no kibbles and bits. I don't do kibbles and bits. You know, so to each is in her own, but make people respect you and respect your name, where they don't come at you sideways, where they feel that they can give you chicken feed. Now, if it's a situation where, you're paying your dues and so forth, then take what you can get and be lucky if you got anything. I come from that era as well. So there was a time that people didn't know me. There was a time where, my name wasn't on a flyer, but I was vouched for before my name was on a flyer. So that put me in a different category than everybody else. I'm not everybody else, and everybody else damn sure ain't me. It never will be me. You dig? So that's that. Never compromise. You know, unless you come to a situation where it's like, okay, you know, they meet your standard in terms of your price, or if it's a situation where it's like, okay, you're in and out. This isn't a long-term thing. This is to get you by until you get a better offer. Go for it. But again, if you know, do it on your terms, not on their terms. All right, in a minute.